There are a lot of outdoor activities people enjoy, ranging from soccer to football to even hiking and caving. If you aren't familiar with caving, or as it's most commonly called, splunking, it simply just involves exploring caves, usually as a hobby. However, this hobby can be very dangerous without the right tools or precautions. It's usually safer to go in groups, but the bravest of the brave sometimes go alone. Most of these people make it back safe and sound, but unfortunately, a caver known as Kenny was not one of them. Kenny Veach was a 47-year-old experienced hiker who spent much of his time exploring Great Basin deserts in Nevada. He usually went alone on his trips, taking very little supplies with him for days on end. He was also sometimes accompanied by his girlfriend on these trips. However, he soon took a trip that would eventually lead to his death. Kenny ran a YouTube channel known as Snakebit McGee. He commented on a video titled "Son of an Area 51 Technician." In this comment, he claims he went on a hike and found a cave in the perfect shape of an M. He was entering the cave, but he felt a strong vibrational sense that became stronger the closer he got. This made him too scared, so he ran out of the cave. Understandably, most of the replies to his comment refused to believe his story. He soon responded to those comments by stating he would go back to that area and search for the cave again. A few months later, he followed through with this promise. He went back to search for the cave. He even made a 20-minute long video documenting his journey.
Las Vegas. This is a canyon I just walked up in. Now you can't tell, but my truck is way out there by the mountains at the very, very end of this valley. Well, I'm in the canyon, and I haven't found the cave, but look what I did find.
However, despite his best efforts, he wasn't able to find the cave.
Well, I did not find the cave.
A short while later, Kenny commented and stated he would make another trip to try and find the cave. He even offered to bring some people along on this trip, though no one took him up on his offer. In early November 2014, Kenny went out on a 2-day trip to attempt to find the cave again. However, this time, he didn't return. After a while of no updates, his girlfriend left a comment on his last hiking video, stating Kenny did not return when he was supposed to and that she filed a missing persons report. Unfortunately, despite their best efforts, they were unable to find Kenny. Kenny's phone was found near an abandoned mineshaft, and a camera was sent down the mineshaft in hopes of seeing something. Nothing came up. There are two main theories that stem from this situation. One theory is that he died from natural causes, while another is that he killed himself. Let's start with the first theory. He died from natural causes. Right off the bat, this theory already seems likely. As I mentioned before, caving can be incredibly dangerous, and Kenny took little to no precautions to ensure his own safety. He didn't even take a compass or GPS, and refused to take much water or food with him, despite spending days on his trips. In one of his comments, he claimed that in some of his long hikes, his toenails would turn black and fall off, as well as he'd lose around 13 pounds of body weight, and it'd take him several days to recover from the abuse he put himself through. Despite that, he still claims he loves every second of it, so at first glance, this likely seems to be the cause of his death. The second theory is that Kenny committed suicide. At first, this seems completely random and unlikely, but when you dig a little deeper, it becomes very compelling. In a comment his girlfriend left on his hiking video, she claims she believes he committed suicide. According to her, Kenny was battling depression for many years, yet he refused to take any sort of medication or see a doctor. The fact that his father committed suicide when he was in his early 20s did not help. She reveals that a year before he disappeared, he decided to quit his job and try and see if he could sell his inventions. However, his business was not successful. The failure of his business eventually led to a loss of money and an increase in financial problem, which just made his depression worse and worse. After his depression got worse, his wife asked, "You aren't going to pull a Robin Williams on me, are you?" which led him to open up about his thoughts of suicide. He also stated if he were to kill himself, no one would ever find him. His girlfriend believes he left his phone behind to avoid being tracked. He also didn't take his camera on his solo mission, which further strengthens the idea that he committed suicide, as he seemed to show no intention of recording anything on that particular trip. In the end, it seems we won't ever truly know what happened to Kenny. Did he really die from natural causes, or did he take his own life? And did he actually find a strange cave in the shape of an M, or was it just an elaborate story he made up? That's all I have for this video, and I'll see you guys next time.